Hello everyone, this is the Brand Builder, and in today's video I'm going to talk about investment diversification by using this change that I've found on the ground. Now I usually talk about finding change all the time, doing bottle returns, but let's keep one thing clear and understand something, that although I talk about these things, I am an avid investor. I like stocks, I like dividends, I like bonds. So let's talk about diversification, because I know a lot of people like to hear about different investors and successful investors and what they do. Warren Buffett talks about using index funds, and some people say that you can get more cash flow by using regular stocks that grow. And I agree that sometimes even some of the greatest investors can try to give advice, and although it seems like it's a great thing to get this advice from really good investors, they don't always use the formula that they preach to you. Like, for example, Warren Buffett doesn't use the same formula that he preaches to people, because he himself owns large positions in many different stock companies that he thinks that will grow, but he doesn't believe that you're going to have the same ability to evaluate a company like he does. So let me show you guys kind of a like an some way that I think you can relate to investments by looking at something like this. Here's some change that I found on the ground last week, and I put this on my dresser. Now it's on my sink. Let's just pretend like the pennies is one sector of investment, right? I'm going to put all the pennies over here. Let's stick all the pennies over here. Now, let's just suppose that this sector here doesn't pay a large dividend yield, but it's necessary to have in your portfolio because there's low risk involved in that investment. Now, let's just say this is the golden goose. This may represent gold. This is a dollar coin. And let's put all the quarters somewhere. These are some of the top rated stocks, right? Over here, this is something like, Amazon or something, let's say that. Let's just suppose this one doesn't pay a dividend, right? This is kind of like Facebook or Amazon or something. So I'm not a huge fan of stocks that don't pay dividends, but I'm pretty sure some of them have their reasons, and I won't really entertain that right now. And here's like 2 nickels, and here's some dimes, right? Now, Kevin O'Leary said something very important. He says no more than 5% of your portfolio should be in one single investment. So I agree with him on that, but and he said that even though he uses that modest approach, that for him it's like 2.5% or so. So let's just suppose, for example, since people don't like index funds that much, we're going to use these 2 nickels as index funds and say that maybe each one will pay you a nickel a month. So there's 2 different companies. This nickel can represent 5 cents or $500. So depending on your position, you can have 5 cents or $500. If you only own 2 individual shares, each nickel is a different company. Each dime is a different company. It could represent 10 cents or $1,000. Each quarter is a separate company. This is your meat and potatoes here. It could represent 25 cents per company or $2,500. And these are like, smaller, lower yield companies. I don't know what they could be. Maybe they're experimental and they either pay a dividend or they're just penny stocks. Let's just pretend these are penny stocks, that you're just looking for growth. They don't pay a dividend. They're just penny stocks. They're cheap, right? So let's look at it like that. Now, in my opinion, this is exactly how a portfolio should look. This is just my opinion. This is how an investment portfolio should look. You should have that one fantastic gloating company. This could be either 1 share of that company or 1,000 shares. This can be 1 or 100 different penny stocks. And let's separate this a little bit. Let's just suppose that this one here is the best one of all these other ones, right? The darker one, because it's about to transform. Let's say it's the first company that's going to do that. So you got your penny stocks. Maybe they'll grow into dividend paying stocks and be a better company. You have your index funds. You have your Amazon, Facebook, or whatever stock that is. It could even be Google. Google has grown tremendously over time. I personally would prefer Google over those other few companies. So only because I can see the value in Google over some of the other ones. So, and these are your regulatory stocks. Let's say these are your REITs, the dimes. Yeah, so let's suppose these are your REITs. These are your REITs. Let's say REITs and bonds, because we're missing some stuff here. REITs and bonds. These are your stocks, penny shares, your index funds, and your Google, Amazon, or Facebook, or whichever. So this is pretty much a solid portfolio, right? You would think maybe there should probably be a few more of these, I would say. Maybe even a little less of those. These are incredible. There should probably be one or two more of these. This is just fine. So this is diversification in my viewpoint. Now, if this was all just ETFs, right, your portfolio wouldn't grow as much. If this was all just REITs, depending on what REIT it was, your company wouldn't grow as much. If this is all just stocks, I don't know if it would grow that much. But some stocks have plummeted over time. And you never know what a company's going to do from one day to another. And if this was all just penny stocks or penny shares, you can either go one way or another. You can become either really rich or really poor. If this was all just growth stocks with no dividend, you'd probably have some real estate to sell in the future. Or you could watch as things change, get weird, and poof, you're gone. So it really just depends on how things work in your world. The world that you perceive will be the right type of world for your own portfolio. I recommend, and yes, I'm doing this video a little different. I recommend that not only do you subscribe to my channel, but I recommend that you think and take a look at diversification as it makes total sense to you. If anyone has any other suggestions, or maybe you think this could have been done better, once again, I'm using change that I found, right? So I'm already in a good place. I could take this all, get together all the change that I find, and use that change to buy stocks. That's the since you've made it this far, and if you heard this message, yes, I can use this to buy stocks. So I can use the change that I find, treasure hunting, to buy stocks, deposit into my account, and buy shares. And that's risk-free money. Now, risk-free money investing is way better than money that you've earned. Well, this is actually earned too. So let's just suppose I cashed in $300 a month, or a year, $300 a year, cash in my bottles and cans, bottle returns, and I invested that $300 in stocks that pay a dividend. I'd be in a great place. Anyway, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this video and about this topic and how you would have done it. Thank you.